Hello Year 11s. Okay, so first of all, if you completed this task last week and last lesson, and I have replied to you saying great work, you actually have a free lesson this lesson. I'll attach a little worksheet for you to do if you would like something to do, but if you've got other stuff to catch up on, then please feel free not to do the worksheet and catch up on your stuff. If, however, you did not do the work from last lesson, then please watch this video and make sure you do the work. Okay, so I understand that a lot of you had an issue with understanding this worksheet, which I'm not really sure why, but let's go through it, and now I'll show you step by step. At certain stages, I'm going to tell you to pause the video and then just go and do what I've asked you to do, and then come back and push play, and we'll work it like that. If you have Excel, as in Microsoft Excel, this video is for you. If you don't have Excel, then please stop this video and go to the other video, which will tell you what to do if you don't have Excel. Okay, right, so as we're sitting, everyone should have Excel. If you could please pause this video after I've given you instructions. What I want you to have open is, I would like you to have the worksheet the spreadsheet that I send you called Data Manipulation Methods XLS. It should be empty. Just open it up. Make sure that you have a copy of the yearly rainfall text. Now, I am aware that it didn't work in Show My Homework, such a one. So I did send you an email. So please make sure that you have a copy of that saved into your folders. And you can have the worksheet open. Okay, so pause the video and make sure you've got the worksheet, the spreadsheet open, and make sure that you have the yearly rainfall saved in your folders somewhere where you know it's saved. Pause the video now. Right, so hopefully you've got all those the two worksheets open and the thing saved. And if we have a look at the worksheet, it says task 1. One of the first things that we're going to have to be able to do when we're talking about data manipulation is import text from a CSV file or a text file. So it tells you here that you need to go to the data tab and go to from text and then get external data. So on spreadsheets, we have a look at the top and you should have a data tab. Now, so you're going to click on data. Now, the problem is that different spreadsheets have different versions of Excel have different versions up the top here. But look for something that either says get data like that. You might have a thing here that says, if you're at school, you'll have a thing that says text from text, something like that. So just look somewhere on the data tab for get data, and then you should be able to see. I don't want any of that. I want from text there. Yours might not look exactly like this. It might be a big button, but basically data from text is what we want. And then we are going to click on that button, and hopefully your computer responds, because mine is really not responding. Anyway, my computer is a bit old. Right. So you should then get a box that opens up like that, and I'm going to go to downloads, and then my yearly rainfall should be at the very top because I've just downloaded it now, and I'm going to say import. So far, while that's just opening, all I've done is gone data from text, and then I've clicked import. We don't really need to do anything else here because I'm happy with the way it looks. We've got years there. I think we've got tabs, so we don't actually need to do anything. So we're just going to say load. If we wanted to make the headings look like headings, we can change it later. All right, so there we have it. Okay. Now, so if we go back, we will see, so he's done load, and then he said, so enter likely formatting, blah, 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 blah. First select the convert to range button, so let's go see what he wants us to do. Okay, so sorry, I just had to check something quickly. So basically he's saying here that you've got some formatting that you don't really want, and if we go look at our spreadsheet, you can see we've got these filters and stuff. So it should automatically, if you haven't clicked on anything else, it should say table design, and then you're just going to say convert to range and say OK, which will take away the funny box and stuff that we don't need. And then it says next we'll click on the top left of our spreadsheet, which I'll show you where now, and then highlight all the cells, which then we can clear all formats by clicking clear on the home tab. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click there on the home tab. We should be able to find next, to see where he was looking. So he's underneath AutoSum. So there, clear all formats. Oh, we don't want to do that. Let me see. So we want to go there and clear format. Sorry. Alright, and that should take you back to a black and white, nice and easy to read, simple looking spreadsheet. So I am going to ask you to pause the video again, but just to run through so that what's going on here? Oh, I clicked on that. Right, just to run through that again so that it's step by step for you. So you should have the data manipulation open. If you want, you can click in A1, and then you're going to go to data. You're going to go to get data from text, or just click on from text. You're going to look for your yearly rainfall, click on it, bring it in. Once it's in, I can't see because it's not a table anymore, but there's a tab here. You'll see it on his little worksheet called design. And then you're going to click on convert to range and clear the formatting so that you get a nice black and white table. If that is too much, I'm just going to show you on another sheet here. What you can actually do is you can go to the yearly rainfall. You can select everything, because I know some of you, that might be a bit much, but so I'm just going to highlight everything. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to my spreadsheet and I'm going to paste it. It's not correct, but you're still getting exactly the same look. Okay, so if it was too difficult for you to do the whole insert and get data from text and stuff, simply copy and paste it the good old-fashioned way. Alright, so pause the video now and then make sure you come back when the yearly rainfall is in your spreadsheet in black and white. Pause the video now. Okay, so the next instruction that he has given us on our worksheet is that he wants to know winter, spring, and summer, and autumn. And if you have a look at this sheet, so he says type in winter, spring, summer, autumn, and yearly, and then he gives us the months. So winter is December, January, February. So if I go back here and let me just put yearly in. So if you want, if you're going step by step, you could pause the video now, go write those headings in, and then come back. If not, we'll carry on. Right, so to do a formula, you're going to use an equals. Now they said the winter months are December, so I'm just going to use plus January, plus February. Alright, I'm going to push enter. Spring is equals March plus April plus May. Push enter. Summer, you can, I know I have seen some people who've handed in, used AutoSum if you want, that's AutoSum there. So that's June, July, August, which is summer. You can use the sum function if you want. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll do it twice just in case. Just make sure you highlight the ones that we need. Alright. Yearly is adding them all up. So again, you could use that thing there, that sigma shape thing is sum, or you could use equals plus plus. So I'm just going to put that in. If you click on that one, you must make sure you only highlight the ones you want. Alright, actually, sorry, I'm just going to pause the video there. So please go and put in your formula. So like I said, you're either going that plus that plus that, or if you want to, you can write sum and then highlight the fields you want. So you can use either method. Right, pause the video now and just get that top line in. Okay, now next we want to copy all of these values down. So we're not obviously going to type the formulas in again and again and again. That would be silly on Excel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight those 5. Now how it works with Excel is if you take your mouse and you put it on the bottom corner, right, you can drag it down. All right, Excel is amazing like this. You can do, for instance, you can write May and you can drag it down and we'll actually put in all the months. Or you can write Monday and you can drag it down and we'll put in all the days. All right, it's really good. I will show you this a bit more when we have a live lesson. Anyway, so it works the same with formula. So we highlight, you move your mouse to the bottom right hand corner. You'll see your mouse changes from a, I'm not sure if you can see it on this recording, but it changes from a white cross to a black cross with no points. And then we just drag it on down to the last cell there. So if you want to pause the video now and go and drag everything down. Okay, and the final task, if you have a look at task 3, it says finally let's use some decision-making functions to work out quickly if rainfall has increased from the previous year. Add a column called growth, and then in the cell below put an if function in. And here he's shown you the if function. Now how an if statement works is it says if, and then you give a statement, and then whatever's after the first comma is what is true, whatever after the second comma is false. So if there's more rainfall in the second year to the first year, it's going to say yes. If there's more rainfall in this year, it's going to say no. So let's go and look how to write this. Now if you want, like me, I've been using Excel for years, so I can just type this in. However, there's a little trick to it. So if we're going to go here, there's a little trick you can use. So you can either, I'm going to leave a little space just so that mine looks nicer, and I'm going to write growth. All right, like he said. Oh, he put a little question mark on growth, as in, is there some growth? Now, we don't have anything in the first year, so we can either just leave it blank. You could put a dash. Just be careful if you do put a dash in. Sometimes it puts formula. Okay, so what we're going to say is, let's just have a look. So he's saying R2 is greater than R3. So we're not using R, we're using S. So we're saying is S2 greater than S3. So then we're going to say yes. Depends on if you had no spaces here. Actually, let's go with what he's doing. So let's delete that. And then we are using the R's. So over here. Now, to put, if you want, you can pause the video at this stage just to write growth and dash. And then come back, because I know some of you want to pause and go at some stage. So pause now. Alright, if you are done, what we're going to do is we're going to click in this box here. We're going to go to this little box called FX. Now, it should come up in most recently used. There's a thing called if statement. If not, you can choose all and then scroll down until you find if. So I'm going to double click on the if statement. So the statement or the logical test goes here. So we're saying if that one is bigger than, did we say bigger than? I just have to check. So no, R3 is bigger than R2. So sorry, my bad. Let's go back. So we're going to say if that one is bigger than that one. So just click on them. So R3 is bigger than R2. Then I'm going to say yes, there has been some growth. Otherwise, I'm going to say no. And you'll notice I don't put any speech marks, but when I click off, Excel puts the speech marks for me. And I can say there. So was there growth on the last year? No. And then that you can simply drag down as well. Alright, so we'll have our yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And if you want, you can pause the video at this stage. The final thing that you could do if you wanted to is make it look nice. So I'm going to highlight everything on the Home tab. I'm going to just center all the words because it does look a lot better when it's centered. I'm going to highlight the top row and make it, I'm going to color it in. So it's about rain, so I'm going to make it blue. And then I'm going to put some borders. I didn't need to do that last row. So borders, you just click there and I'm going to choose all borders. And then here I'm going to go down and choose all borders. If you were like me and you missed a row, you can just add it in. And that just looks a lot better. And then I'm going to simply save it. And this is what we are going to work with next lesson. And you're done for today. So hopefully you got to that stage. If you want to get rid of that, you can just drag it up. If you have any problems, please pause the video, go backwards and forwards until you're happy with it. and hopefully you have a spreadsheet that looks like this. These little green things are simply because I didn't use the same formula. If I'd used some function there, it's just complaining